Welcome back to another episode of Same Goal, Different Struggle, Sports and Entertainment. I got a special guest today. As you always know, when I talking to Q, I also say we got another brother, and I got my other brother on here today, my big bro Jerry. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. Appreciate you having me on here, man.
Oh, nigga, we just getting started. Shit, wait till we get Albert ass up on here. We really take it back time, dog.
Man, I be seeing y'all boys on here, man. I tell y'all, man, there's much respect to y'all. I love them conversations
Oh
y'all be
man.
having. They be real, man.
Bro, just wait till all three of us get on there. Before we get started on your pick, bro, I always want to try to do this. How you doing mentally, man?
I'm making it, man. It's a different thing every day, man, but I'm trying to get it better every day. Trying to open up more, talk more, man. That's what we fail to do sometimes. So I think that'll help out a lot of people, man. If y'all just open up and talk to the people, man. Holding a lot of stuff in that'll cause a lot more problems, man. So it's cool for men to talk, man. You know, I ain't talking about crying on nobody's shoulder, but go talk to somebody, man.
Hey, man, I
That's
want to tell you, man, why I got you on here, bro. You know I love you to death, bro. We been brothers since goddamn, I don't know, for forever, bro. Blood can make us closer. And for you to say that shit, bro, is crazy because, as we grew up, a lot of times we was taught to really hold everything in, like don't be, you know what I mean? We couldn't be this and be that. And we didn't understand that shit caused a lot of trauma as we got older,
exactly
holding that shit in. So for you to even be
exactly.
saying that you trying to take the work in, that's right there is like the first step right there is that's perfect, bro, because you take accountability and I'm proud of you, bro. Like that's one, dog. But let's get to these
I
picks,
ain't
bro.
hold on before
Look,
you say that. I ain't gonna front in front of the people, man. Hey, you got on my butt the other day about doing it, so I had to share that message. So that's a big part of from you too, man. You told me that, and I took heed to it, so yeah, that's what I'm doing, man. So that's a big reason why I said it, man. So I'm gonna have to thank my brother on here for that
hey man.
information, man.
Hey man, like I told you, bro, and I mean that shit, bro. Like I be telling the people, bro, like no matter how far I am, bro, I got you. Like I'm always here. There ain't even no question. You ain't never alone. So don't ever feel that
Exactly.
way. Don't ever think that shit, bro. Like, cause you are never alone, man. Like I always think about you, mom, Ren, Bam Bam, man. I gotta see my nephew, bro. Like I ain't gonna never Bam Bam ain't gonna never have to wonder why you want like no matter what happened to you, bro. We ain't talking negative, but Bam Bam always gonna have me, bro. You feel me? Like I'm there.
Likewise. That's likewise, brother. I appreciate that, man.
It's always, bro. You ain't never got to thank me, bro. You was one of you, Nate, y'all are two, or even the reason I got out of my comfort zone and even did this shit, bro. I'm a real private person, bro. I tell y'all, I don't fuck with nobody. And I wanted to like I had to really step out of my own comfort zone and do some shit like this because I really wanna, you know, I really want to support you, bro, and do something where like when this shit grow and I do get some money, bro, we link and start some businesses, black, you know what I mean? Start creating. Let's start. We have to start with us, bro, because like we already messed up in this whole economy, whatever, bro. We start for us to make the generation next have better access and better resources, so they don't have to go through what we have to go through what we went through.
That yeah, you're right about that, man. And you started off the right way, man, getting the message out there. It's a platform you got, man. You already starting off with positive messages, man. But like you said, I like to see this go way bigger. And then I like
You there, bro? It's freezing up. You there?
oh
You there,
man.
bro?
We
Oh, there you go.
put business on them, man. What I'm talking about. Yeah, you headed that way, man.
Hey man, it's all love, bro. But I gotta get on these picks, bro. Like, where we going, bro? Who you got?
I hate to say it, man, but I
Don't
really
you
think
do
it's the
it?
Chiefs that's gonna win it.
God damn
I
it!
think the Chiefs gonna win it,
You
man.
and You know what? I'm about to
and it ain't got.
I'm about to
And my pick.
you an Albert.
Listen, my pick ain't even got nothing to do with what's gonna happen on the football field. And I'm just being real.
Well, so
This
what you
wasn't
think?
no.
What
You know why they finna win. They every time Travis Kelce do a good play, they gotta show that press box.
I
That's why they
I tried
finna
to tell
win.
this nigga. Let me tell you what this nigga Q gonna tell me. What the fuck? This nigga gonna talk about, I don't see how y'all niggas even be. I be paying attention to football so much, I don't even really be paying attention to her. Nigga, they show her all the fucking time.
All the time.
That's all they
I,
show is her, bro. Like I said, I ain't never seen no shit like this in my life, but I understand the marketing game of it. They getting a
yeah,
lot of money behind it.
yeah. You know, NFL gonna run behind what's hot. It's like the end racism thing and all that, and they gonna run behind what's hot at the moment. So I mean, can't really blame them. I guess we feel the same way that racist white folks was feeling every time somebody scored and they had to see end racism and stuff. So I mean, it's the same on the same lines of it, I guess.
It's funny to me, bro. I be telling like, bro, like I wish we had more people that stood up and we started our own, like, because we have to understand majority of the league is black athletes. So think about if we had these powerful, like these people that really got money, not, and I don't want to, when I say money, like when they label like having a billionaire, like Jay-Z and them, a lot of that shit ain't liquid. That's why they got to move the way they move and do the shit they do. Because a lot of the time they still tied to these companies,
Yeah.
and a lot of this shit ain't liquid money, so they don't have the money really to go out there and do what the shit they do. Because if they sell some of their shit, it's gonna still it takes a process. People think
So
like that they just have that money right there and there. Nah,
yeah.
that's just they ain't got that shit.
So that's just like Kanye became went from a billionaire to a millionaire in what, overnight?
Fast,
You know what I'm
fucking
saying?
fast. You see how white, as soon as he said the wrong fucking thing, the white people took all their shit back, all their
All
money
that money
back. Nah,
back.
nigga, nah, fuck all that. But if guess what? If he had them deals with black people, they probably would have been. They would have talked to him. They would have did some things, and you would have still had your money. But we don't think
Depends
like that.
on Yeah, it depends on what company black folks they because just as quick as some white folks took their money back, black folks took their money back. They you gotta
True, but
realize
you ain't never
they
lied.
you know what I'm saying? You gotta realize they selling to white folks also. So and white folks say I'm not finna mess with your company because you supporting Kanye, it'll say the same thing, bro. So I mean, it's it's messed up in both ways, bro. Like it's like you can't speak your mind and have money. Like you
Man,
gotta kiss ass and you got to.
my homegirl just sent me this quote from Malcolm X. It was white people pay us to they pay us what that shit said. Hold on. I gotta read that shit. Damn. Oh, here you go. It said they will pay us, they will pay one of us to kill one of us just to say it was one of us.
Yeah, yeah.
That shit deep, bro. Like I ain't really look at it like that, but I'm like,
That's,
damn, so what do we really do?
I mean, look at the Nipsey Hussle thing, man. What they saying
Oh,
behind it?
you know what I was telling I was telling her the
That,
same thing, man. I said, you know what, that Nipsey Hussle thing is so crazy, bro, because when you gang related, bro, it's a lot of shit back behind it like that I've heard. I don't want to really mention no name because I don't get into that shit, but it is a
yeah, yeah,
lot
yeah.
more to that whole story than what we are know, like we know. You know what I mean?
I believe so too because when you got somebody like that that's telling kids to buy businesses, make their own business, not too quick to run behind the gang. I mean, if you really look at it and look at what gang started off, it started off as the same thing as Black Panthers, as we're
Mm-hmm.
protecting our neighborhood, we're giving education to kids, we're feeding the poor in our neighborhood, we're doing all this for our people in a positive light. And it turned into, well, they're beefing with another gang because what what the government set up. I mean, Pretty much.
But see, what the people don't understand is this too. The government is so tricky. It's like this, bro. They are right now. So since we got all that money in COVID, right? Now they're trying to look to
Yeah.
get their money back. So you raise the prices, and now you know that. So you're cutting out the middleman. Now you only want the rich or the poor. Now we see a lot more poor, and then you only see the rich. You don't really see the middle class like that how they used to be. So it's like now
They the
you
ones that suffer
want,
the most, man.
yeah, you really want because the black people are really gonna be the ones that suffer the most from this.
Mm-hmm.
Just
The
because of the
middle
way
class
I
is that.
think. Go
No,
ahead,
you go
bro.
ahead. My bad. No, I was
Nah, I
just
was
gonna
just
say
saying.
the middle class. You go ahead.
I was just gonna say, it's just because of the way we think. Like in life, we think as black people, bro. You know what our big problem is, bro? That we gotta prove that we did something by ourselves. You know how people be like online, they're like, "Oh, my rent, this, and that, and I gotta do it all by myself." But I believe you choose to do that shit because you could go. Some people don't like. Some people can, some people don't. But a lot of times in the black household, we feel like we get kicked out early at a certain age. We got to go out here and do shit by our own. And a lot of times, the other times we choose not to do the shit together. And you know how the Mexicans do it. The Mexicans all stay together, and then they go buy out the whole block.
Yeah.
That's how you fucking do it. That's how you start generational wealth. The white people do it too. They just don't. They just do it in their own crazy ass way. But all these banks, J.P. Morgan, that shit is generational wealth. They started that shit a long time ago and handed it down, kept it in the family.
Yeah, you right. Yeah.
But as black people, we don't do that,
Definitely
bro.
right.
And it's like I don't get why. What the fuck do we have to prove? The more we keep thinking like that, the more behind we're gonna get. And they don't even understand that shit, bro. Like the shit people how we were programmed, books is not cool. Books and reading is not cool. So
You right.
now it's like, oh, now niggas don't want to read. Now niggas don't want to now niggas don't want to really like learn shit that could help benefit you. Niggas always talking about they making money, but think about how much money these white people really making behind your dumb ass supporting their businesses.
Yeah, you absolutely right about that, man. You right.
Like we really don't own shit, bro. Don't own a damn thing, bro. All these content, like even with the content, like all this shit, bro. Like being a content creator, bro, you still gotta go to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and guess who own them motherfucker? It ain't no black people.
But I see that as a difference because it's like, yeah, you using those platforms to get money, but at the same time, this new generation is way different from what we were as far as making money and being able to make money.
Bro, you
Yeah,
never
like I
lied to
get
my
what you're
kids. You know,
saying.
my nerve asking me about making some damn
Yeah,
money.
I'm telling you, it's different, bro. I'm not gonna say it's easier, but it is because they got more assets than what we had.
No,
What we
you're
had
right.
growing up, bro.
You're
What
definitely
we
right.
had,
No, you're definitely right. It's way
you know
much
what I'm saying?
easier, bro.
We had that was Applebee's, bro, hosting, and we didn't have
Oh shit,
social
I
media
remember
like that
that
to go
shit.
on there. And
Damn.
yeah, yeah, my mama gave it to me. So you know what I'm saying? That was our way of making money. We wasn't getting no allowances and all that, man. We was going out. But then nowadays, man, like I look up to these kids, and a lot of old heads hate on them for some reason, for the way they are making money or whatever. Like them old comedians and stuff. Like I don't get that. You got
Because you
people
wanna know
that's
why? Because our generation has taught them a different way of thinking in life. We don't really raise our kids the same way the old generation raised theirs. So now our
no,
generation and our generation is a lot more smarter and they have a lot more resources and they will stand up for each other. But like they not gonna just
exactly,
like back like they're not just gonna let you talk to them any kind of way. You gotta treat them like we don't treat these kids
exactly,
like they're people and they don't have fucking feelings. Like they're still people at the end of the day. They didn't choose to be kids and start that progress life like that. So we gotta remember they're still kid, like they still have feelings and they're smart as shit.
exactly. I call
You
that
get me?
progression. I call that progression. As far from where we was growing up, that's progress. So why we had these
It
old
is.
heads hating on them, you know what I'm saying? Hating on them for a way they want to make money just because they want to work smarter, not harder. These kids nowadays, I mean, I used to look thinking like that, bro. Like, man, these kids so damn lazy. They don't want to do nothing. Man, these kids just know a different way of making money without having to break their back, without having to die at an early age, without having to, the daddy be gone all the damn time because he got to work and the mama got to stay home with the kid. It's not happening like that no more. You got women that's making money now. You know what I'm saying? Money. That's got their businesses. Man, it's so much with these eyelashes and these hair products and stuff, man. Women, they're topping dudes now, and it's showing that they don't need a dude to, you know what I'm saying, do what that like it was back in the day, like the father
Yeah.
bringing all home the money and all that, bro. It's
The women are
progress.
becoming the hustlers.
Shit, it's progress, bro. And there's a lot of people that's hating on it, and it's crazy to me. It's crazy. That's another way that black folks are getting behind because they're not getting on with the program of what's going
Let me
on
ask
right
you
now.
this. Hold up, bro.
They
Let
don't
me
like
ask
to
you this.
change.
Let me ask you this. Do
What's
you
up?
believe it's
What up?
us do you believe it's us like that's messing up, or do you feel like what I was saying, the white people set it up for us to be hating on each other in a way now by giving us the kids the information and stuff like that and all this stuff, like because are they setting us up to cause confusion between us? Other are we not smart enough to see that? Like,
Man,
what do
we
you
not
think?
smart enough. It's not the white folks, bro. Because the same information the white folks got, we got it. I'm
Mm-hmm.
tired of. I'm tired of the man. The white folks got two steps in front of us and this and that. That was true about 10, 15, 10, 20 years ago. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? We have what I want to say. We have the. Bro, I just lost the train of thought. My bad. But we have a way. I'm gonna just say a way. We have a way to get to where we want to go to. We just got to stop fighting ourselves about it. It's just like I was saying. It's the old versus young. It's the men versus women. It's this and that in the black community. It's the light skin versus the dark skin. It's all that. If we stop that, like we can't blame the white folks no more because there's so many ways of us getting our own now.
I don't know, bro, about the light skin part, bro. That's kind of hard to stop because sometimes I look. Let me explain something to you, bro. I don't
Yeah.
understand. You're gonna have to keep the light skin category, bro, because Tyrese be going back and forth some days, and I don't know, bro. I'm not gonna put him in there with us if he gonna keep doing some certain stuff.
Man, did that dude say he really want to be Latino or something, man? Latin or something? Did he really say that? Because I just
Oh,
saw it. I ain't see
what?
the post. I saw the post, but I ain't go to it.
Yeah, she'll get him. I'm recording right now. All right, I will. Thank you. My bad, bro.
Good.
It to me, bro. You know what's so crazy about that? It's words. I be telling people it's words. I I try to look at when people say certain stuff. I try to break down every word and try to see what different meaning I can get from it. Because in words you can use them in different ways. Because you can use them as a noun, adverb, verb. So in different ways, I'm trying to look deep into it. Even though he is
Mm-hmm.
light skinned, but if he means he want to be Latino because they stick together more, I do understand that. So we were just talking about that. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
as a black community, sometimes you hate being black because of the way we treat each other.
Yeah. Nah, I was just
I
saying
wouldn't
because
change
I
it.
just read. Yeah, I just read like a headline of it. I didn't know. Like I didn't go to it or nothing to see what he was talking about. But
I heard
yeah,
more of it
when
on
you
the
brought his
Breakfast Club,
name,
I believe, but I didn't
yeah,
really. I don't. Tyrese go through that every once a week, I think. But I
yeah,
don't. I don't. They need to go record Fast and Furious again. I don't know. He'll be all right. But I don't know, bro. What do you feel like we should do, bro, to change the situation, bro? Like, do we start more black owned stuff and keep it black owned? Because not a lot of the problem is too though when we build stuff as a like even independently as black people, as soon as the white people throw some money at us, we sell it. So now they have more ownership. I mean, they have something again. So it's like we don't own shit, bro. We don't
but
own BT. We don't own
yeah,
CBS.
but
We don't
is
own
it?
shit.
But is it a wrong for them to sell that though? If they making more money for, you know what I'm saying, their family or whatever? If like if they did versus if they didn't do it and they didn't make as much money off of it. Like you can have a good product, but if you don't
Mm-hmm.
know how to, you know what I'm saying, put it out there, or you don't have the means to, you know what I'm saying, put
But
your product out there
you mean as
like they
far as
do or
marketing,
whatever.
as far as the marketing and stuff?
Yeah, marketing and
Well,
stuff like
okay, let me ask you this. What if you do a partnership then and they bring in 50%? So you don't have to sell all of it. You bring
yeah,
in 50%. So whenever they piss you the fuck off, you know what? Just take your half and then we'll you know, I mean, we throw a little extra on there and we'll find another way. I feel like it's different ways of joint businesses, partnership, joint businesses that you could do where you don't have to sell so much of your what you already own and built, because it's not a guarantee that you could take that money and go do something else with it if that's your plan. But I'm just saying in general, how do we break it as a black community if we always have to sell off? I don't feel like we always have to sell off. I just feel like people don't want to put in the work. You get what I'm
right,
saying?
yeah,
This shit being independent, like how Nipsey, Dolph, all that shit ain't easy, bro. It's once I have to shut my store down because I'm like, bro, I'm going through this shit. Like, I got responsibility, so I do understand it. But like I told Q one day, I was like, bro, if these people came, if I built whatever I built my brand, and they offered me some money, I don't think I would take it. But that's just
yeah,
me. I can't speak on the next person who do it, right? Because
yeah.
I don't know your situation, how you grew up. Sometimes people grow up in trauma from their past where they so scared and fearful of going back to that. I'm not really fearful of nothing. After I've been to a death situation, it's like God got me here for a reason. So if I'm God fearing, I gotta trust God that's gonna get me through whatever I go through.
Exactly, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, do people really have their faith in God where they believe like, all right, we gonna make it? Or like, what do you like? I don't know, bro. Like everybody's different, bro. So I can't judge them off that, but I have a problem when they can't take accountability for it. You know what I mean? A lot of people do stuff
Yeah,
and they have reasoning behind it, and then they get like they know that like they might not really, that's not what they really wanted to do, but they were scared to go back to what they came from, but they won't take accountability for it. And that's my problem with shit. It's like own up to whatever it is, because we all do shit. Like nobody can judge you. Just own up to it. If you can't own up to it, that means that tell me you're ashamed of who you are. So why would I even want to be a fuck around you?
you're right about that.
You get what I'm
You're
saying?
right.
Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this shit, and I don't give a fuck about stars and shit. I had a problem. I'm gonna go left from what we talking about. I had a problem with
All right.
like Marlon Wayans said something about why don't the black culture accept them wearing dresses, how the white culture accepts their white people doing wearing the dresses. And I want to say this: why do we always have to compare the culture? Every culture is different, and the white people come to our culture to steal our stuff in all the fucking time. It's like
All the time.
why I have a problem with that, because it's like, would you tell your son that? Would you dress your son up in a dress?
Is he talking about like on a daily or talking about movie roles? He was talking about movie roles,
Movie
right?
roles, on a movie role, like on a movie
Yeah.
roles. Like what would you tell your son? I need to know what you would tell your son to understand that shit a lot more, because to me, I'm like, that was dead ass wrong of you to even try to compare us. Like we always gotta look for acceptance, or we always gotta look for approval. Like I don't know what the fuck it is, but that's white people culture. That's in they shit. That's just them. They
Yeah.
been doing that shit.
But I think he was saying most like to judge each other. I
Your
think
phone
that's
going in
what
and out,
more the
bro.
lines he was on. As
Hold up, repeat yourself, bro. It went in and
I
out.
might be going through a bad spot. But I think he
Go
was
ahead. You
more
good? I
on
hear you though.
like
Go ahead.
we good? You good? I'm good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think he was more on the lines of why we so quick to judge our people compared to white folks. I don't think it was necessarily the dress thing he was saying. I think it was on the lines of we're so quick to, oh man, you would do anything, you would sell out, you would this and that to each other. You know, that goes into what we were talking about earlier about why black folks can't do with each other like other cultures. That I think that's all in the same category, bro. To be honest with you, I don't agree with it about the dress thing. Like, I don't. You give if you got to dress up like a woman, why not give a black woman that role? That's my take on it.
But that was
But
my thing too. That's exactly my
yeah,
thing too, bro.
that's my that's
Exactly my
my
thing.
that's my that's my. You got plenty of black comedians that need job. Monique, man, I love Monique, man. I don't know why that lady gets as much hate as she does. I don't. But give it to her, man. I'm saying she got a bad rep
That's why I didn't
because
like
other
what
people
Stephen A.
put out.
Smith did, bro. Like calling that woman bitter, bro. I don't like what DL Hughley
Yeah,
did, calling her out her name.
I
Like that's the
I
shit
don't
I'm talking about.
I don't like it, bro. But like I think that's what Marlon was on, man. When he was talking, like we so quick to judge each other and put each other down, and that's all comes on the line of what we were talking about earlier. Like why
And
we just
I
can't,
can
as
see
a
that
culture,
point.
move forward.
I can
Yeah,
see
I
that
think
point
that's
of
what
view.
I think that what Marlon was on when he was saying that. I don't think he was trying to justify wearing a dress per se,
Well, let
but
me go to your point of this. Why do we have to wear a dress? Why does wearing a dress? Why do we have to wear a dress for it to be funny? Why can't it be like I don't get that. Like, why do we have to be in a dress for something to be entertaining? It shouldn't have to be like that. Like, what the fuck is so funny about a man in a dress?
I don't. I like I said, I don't get it, bro. But you have different people. Like you're not gonna laugh at every Mike Epps joke, but Mike Epps funny as hell. He's not. He recycled his jokes a lot, but that's one of my top favorite comedians. My top five. But
Everybody, like I don't like Dave Chappelle, but I know moms do. Like, your mom like Jay Chappelle.
yeah,
Everybody funny ain't everybody, and I understand that. You give me like
yeah,
everybody got it, but that's life. Like, I'm not gonna put you down, but like this, bro. I'm not gonna start watching these niggas who put themselves in a dress just because I don't agree with shit. Shit's funny. I'ma laugh at the shit. Life too short
yeah,
for that shit. I gotta find something to laugh at. So I don't judge you by that. If you accept the shit, that's cool. Now I can say this just from being unfortunate around people who have been in the industry so long. I do know, as we do know, bro, it's so much shit that goes behind wearing that dress and behind closed door. I think that's why a lot of times what Monique and Cat Williams is saying, like, what goes on behind closed and why they make us do this shit. But we
yeah,
don't know as people that we only looking at the backflash of what they're saying. But it is so much that goes on behind closed door that these white people make these black people have to do just to get these roles, bro. That only now that they're speaking on it. It was like I used to say, bro, and I've been saying this shit. We've been hearing about Diddy parties since we were kids.
yeah.
Since we
I,
were kids, bro.
yeah. I don't think it's necessarily a lot of times the white folks like Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry do it just because you know what I'm saying. He's reenacting. I think he said his auntie or something, and that's what a lot of people was going to go see him as Medea.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like Martin. Martin is another one of my favorite people. He's my top five comedian. But Big Mama House 2 didn't have to happen. 2 didn't have to happen. It didn't even make
Two
sense.
or three didn't have to happen. Two or three didn't have to happen.
I didn't even watch 3, so yeah, 2 or 3 didn't have to happen. 1, you was like, all right, it's funny, it's good. But 2 and 3 didn't have to happen.
Bro, I was watching Family Members today and they had Carl in the dress. I'm like, bro, this shit is wild. Like, when you really, that's why they don't like this shit, bro. Cause once you start opening up them shit that in that industry that was never supposed to be told, you start now you start everything you look at, you be like, oh shit, they really was right.
Yeah.
You get what I'm
And
saying?
speak,
Like on
and,
those,
yeah. And shout out to Cat, man. He's big as all them dudes. And he never had to put one on.
bro, let me tell you
Every other
something.
comedian you had, they did it. But you know what I'm
I don't care
saying?
what nobody said when Pimp Chronicle 1 came out. Man, that shit spread it like almost like Eddie Murphy back in the day, but that shit was too fucking funny, bro. Like, and we had to remember back in the day, we had to stay up late to watch the shit. So you had to
Yeah,
sneak and watch the shit because it ain't like we were supposed to be watching the shit in the damn way.
you right.
Just like you had to stay up to watch BET Uncut. My kids will never understand no shit like that. But
Man, I'm
you feel
telling
me?
you.
We had to stay up and watch it, bro. And then now you like niggas go to school, talk like we repeating every goddamn line this nigga said in this shit, bro. This shit was just hilarious, bro. Like even on the Boondocks, niggas forget this nigga was on the Boondocks, bro. Like
Yeah.
Pimp Name
Pimp
Slipback
name
was the most
Slipback.
funniest shit
Yeah.
ever.
Man,
Like
talented, bro. You
Cat
definitely
and it,
talented.
bro. Cat, I watched, bro. After Cat interview, bro, I went back and had to really look at Friday After Next, and I thought about it. I was like, this little motherfucker didn't really make the movie, goddamn it, because damn, like that nigga was
Yeah.
that nigga in the movie.
Yeah. Shout out to Ice Cube, bro. I mean, he did
Hey
that.
man, thank you for saying that shit. Let me say something before I interrupt. I do not like how these motherfuckers have been blackballing Ice Cube, bro. He's been speaking about this shit for a while now, and that shit is dirty as fuck. Cause that man has gave us a lot of classics, and everything has opened gates and doors for black people. And I don't feel like enough celebrities have called that shit out and said enough because that man has done a lot for our culture, bro.
Oh yeah, definitely. And the top it all, the big three. Look at what
Bro,
that
it's a
is, man.
fucking
That's huge.
you know what? That's what I feel like. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like what Ice Cube did, a lot more of us should do, bro. Start our own and invest, give back to that shit. Make these white, you know why these white the NBA want to invest in that shit? Because it's black owned. I bet you some white people own that shit, they be investing in it. I bet you.
I only reason I say
Or
I
they would have
might
bought it.
not, bro. I don't know because look at how they try to shut down NFL trying to shut down XFL and AFL and all that, bro.
Who
Like
owned that?
it's
But
like
who owned that?
oh
Who owned the XFL back then? Was it in the Rock?
Vince McMahon back in the gap. The Rock brought it back. Vince McMahon and Donald Trump. Him and Donald Trump owned it. But you know the NFL
I'm gonna be
looked at
honest,
it
bro.
as
I see why
competition.
that failed. I don't even think I see why that failed. That combination, that shit was going. That was doomed at the beginning. Like,
But
did we not watch them niggas in WWE all the day, all the time?
yeah. But I'm saying like that's why that got shut down because they looked at it as competition. Like that's what the NBA look at that, the big three as. So I'm not that's the only reason I'm saying that's the only reason I'm saying they wouldn't if it was a white person owning it. Because
No, I
what
got
the
you.
NFL be doing, you know what I'm saying? So it's tricky, bro. The one thing about a white person, bro, they don't care what color you is. If you mess with their money, they not gonna mess with you.
Bro,
You
I'm
could
telling
be
you,
blue.
bro. If you do, bro, that Diddy shit to go back to that, none of that shit would have came out. If he didn't he didn't sue Ciroc. Do you get what I'm saying? That's how
See, I didn't
powerful
even
these
know that
motherfuckers
part.
are, huh?
Yeah. See, I didn't
That's how
even know that
powerful
part.
that
He
shit is,
sued him.
bro.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't
Because
even know
what I'm
that
saying is
part. I
like
knew
you
that.
go against them and they ain't gave you now the shit that you was doing that they kept undercover. You know they got the publicists. They can make the shit go away if they want to. They can make
Oh
this shit
yeah.
go real slow away. But once you cross them, oh, all your shit coming out now, nigga. Your shit coming out now. You done
Yeah.
fucked up.
Man, look what happened to Michael Jackson when he owned the
It's on
Beatles.
it,
Now he
nigga.
sad. Look what happened.
They fuck.
What
You know what?
man?
Bro, I remember that shit. I ain't understand it, but I'm telling you, you know, he was coming for them, and they were trying to like. I don't know if he was coming for them or they wanted to buy his collection from him or something. They wanted from him, and he
They
went down for
wanted
the shit.
they wanted Michael Jackson, and Michael Jackson owned the goddamn biggest white group ever. And
The
Michael
Beatles,
Jackson
right?
had all that, yeah, the Beatles, and Michael Jackson had
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff. Michael
Yep.
Jackson went under and bought them. Michael Jackson owned, I think, half of Sony or something like that, and Michael Jackson owned himself or whatever. It's some more research I gotta do, but Michael Jackson owned a lot of stuff,
Oh,
bro.
you're right. You on the
And
right. You know,
then,
you're right. He owned all that. That's why they didn't get along.
yeah,
Like people don't understand that shit. They didn't get along. Like if people would really go back and listen to Michael a lot of like at his later music, they don't really care about us.
Yeah.
Oh, he was talking some shit that they was talking, but you didn't really understand. But them white people understood what the fuck he was saying, and they ain't like that shit. And they knew some people did understand, and that was they was coming, like they was coming for Michael with them when them allegations and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But they was coming for you, bro.
Yeah, they
You
was.
called them. That's bro.
Well,
So
have
that
you
I
ever
do give.
seen they threw all that out the court, right? The first time it happened, he was found not
Yeah,
guilty. They
and
threw it all out the court. Why it kept coming back up? Why it kept coming back up? Why Oprah want to come and do a show about it years after this man had passed away?
that's another thing I don't think we talk about, bro. Like I don't like that shit. And I said that shit. I said this earlier. Just because a person do something good for you, don't mean they're good for you. And what I don't like, what we do as a culture is we praise these billionaires and shit, or they give back and get this and get that. But when you there, bro? You there? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me? You there, bro? Can you hear me?
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. You
Yeah, I
hear
got
me?
you now.
All right, bet. So
Yeah,
look,
yeah.
like we don't treat once we get the money and we give like we so-called give back, we don't treat each other how we don't treat each other with respect. You feel me? Like we treat each other like pure fucking dirt, bro. Like we
Yeah.
treat black people like dirt just cause it's like they giving back, right? And we treat each other like dirt. And then when we complain about it, it's like you saying you should have been grateful type of shit. But you don't say it, but that's what your action is showing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So that's even worse to
Yeah.
me. Like that's some dirty ass shit.
It's dirty, bro. And
And
then Sony double back and came and bought that man stuff for $1.4
you
billion.
seen that shit?
Yeah, that's why I can't. That's why I started talking about it, bro. Yeah,
$1.2 billion and bought that shit, but that's some dirty ass shit, bro.
but that just point out how big Michael Jackson was, bro. One
Oh,
point two billion
you know that music
million
worth more than that then.
is way worth more than that. But I'm saying you got people that's selling their whole catalog for what 200 million, 300 million. Michael Jackson getting sold for $1.2 billion, bro. A whole
Do you
billion
think it's
dollars
a
more
good
than
thing?
what everybody else.
Before
Huh?
we get into our top 10, because I'm glad we transferring over to music. Do you think it's a good reason that good? Like, do you think it's a reason, or like, do you think it's good to sell their catalogs? How these rappers are
No,
doing that?
no, I wouldn't. No, I
Why you
mean,
wouldn't?
I
Because I
wouldn't
agree. I'm
because
just asking.
yeah, from what I'm hearing from people that's go on these talk shows and stuff, they're saying that they glad that they own their stuff, and then you got some that saying they fighting to keep to get their stuff. Like how important it is to own their stuff. Like I just don't see me just selling something. I put my hard work in. You know what I'm saying? As far as my music,
Shit, it's hard to get this
some
shit back too.
exactly that what I'm. Yeah, that's a reason why I'd be hesitant to sell my stuff, man. But got a young like Future, they got probably like 4, 5 more albums in him. I mean, I wouldn't trip about selling that, and then I can go make me some more albums or whatever. But somebody that ain't making music no more or whatever, yeah, I couldn't see it. But that was a quick 200 million that Future had got.
Nah, I mean, that's the thing, bro. Like with these rappers, bro, like a lot of times, bro, I used to think that they really had that money. Like these motherfuckers don't got money like that. So I'm start like it's crazy because like all that shit now to me just seem fake. So like only a certain amount really getting money unless you like really independent and making a noise for yourself. A lot of times a lot of these up and couple rappers are staying independent. You feel me? That's a lot of reason why these older heads hate these niggas because they being way more smarter with themselves. They're staying
Yeah,
independent. They got them marking themselves. They using TikTok and the market they sell, because that's all the white people do is really they're getting the money back because they know how to market, bro. That's the crazy thing. Black people act like they don't know how to market. They do the shit all the time by starting
Yeah,
shit.
and that's the reason why, you know what I'm saying, that why them younger kids is making the money they making. They smarter. They got you got one song you got to make you famous, and all you gotta do is make a dance to it and put it on TikTok, and you and then blew up. Way
Bro,
harder than how it was back in the gap, man. So I mean, you got the old heads hating, just like we were talking about earlier. It's more than just with the videos, the Vine, not the Vine, but the TikTok videos and stuff. But people getting famous off of it's the music too. This generation, man, they got way more. That's what I was saying also about. We can't really blame white folks if we behind right now. There's too much opportunities out here, man. It's way easier now to make money.
I don't like excuses, bro. So at the end of the day, bro, like we have like it's like we people like to find excuses, but excuses still, even right or wrong, it's still a fucking excuse. Like we just gotta get it done. Like you know what I mean? Like we gotta find a way to get it back done, bro. Like it's crazy, bro. Like what people don't understand, bro. All this shit we use, a lot of this shit from back in the day, like phones and shit, black people has made that don't get the credit for it, bro. That motherfuckers won't take the
Yeah,
time to go research, look up that our black ancestors have did this shit. And a lot of times I feel like we do a discredit to them, bro, because they work their ass off for this shit. Just not for them
yeah,
us to sell it away. It's like, damn, it's a discredit sometimes.
yeah. You're right.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive out here. But a lot of times, and you know what, bro, I'm gonna say this shit while you on here. We as black people really do gotta stop making excuses, because when we do get the money, guess what we go do with it? We go do shit to buy more attention and try to act like we got money when we really don't. Like we go out here and buy cars, we buy these clothes. They spend $100,000 on money, and it's like, bro, that shit could be invested into putting back in our community, or it could be invested in you could make that money, all the money you work for, invest it in buy that bullshit off your asset. I mean, all the shit that you make off your damn, I'm forgetting the word. Like off the shit that you make off your investment. But we
Yeah.
won't do that.
I'm gonna tell you something my uncle told me, man, and I've been staying with him for the last couple little week or whatever. So me and him had a lot of time to talk, man. The smartest dude I know, probably. And I asked him a question. I was because I this the I'm gonna actually tell you what question I asked, and this was a response I thought I was gonna get, but I didn't. I asked him, man, because he done put his kids through college, and he got a nice house and he got cars and all that. So I'm looking at that as being successful because you in your dream home, you got a great job, you got your kids. One of your sons a doctor, the other one she's doing good. She's just moved to Atlanta. So I'm saying, I asked him, Unc, with all this success you got, how do you what do you do now? It's something like that. I asked, what do you do now, or something like that, and how do it feel to be successful? And he said, man, I'm not successful. I didn't I can't get all this stuff just to stop right now. You got to keep going. You got to keep working. So my thing was, I thought he was gonna say was, it feels good to be successful or something. You know what I'm saying, on that level. He was just saying, man, you got to keep working. What I look at as success is something he just look at as material things. His success is he got his kids in college and he got what he want. He's not really worried about anything. Like you were just saying about we go get stuff to impress people and impress people. He don't care about none of that. So he's living in his head as I got this stuff, but I'm not doing it for you because I don't give a damn about what you say about me. And if everybody lived like that, man, it'd be a whole better place like what we living in right now
Bro,
as black
your uncle,
folks.
bro. Shout out to your uncle, bro, cause that hit it right on the nail, bro. Like I can't really even say nothing, cause like that's just it, bro. Like success. I feel like, bro, like if your uncle said, bro, like success is seeing my kids happy, bro. Opening up
Exactly.
doors for them. You feel me? Like when they succeed and they do good, like I told somebody the other day, bro, when my kids get A's and B's, I'm probably more excited for them than they're excited for their damn self because I'm like that reflects me at the same time. You gonna look back and be like, who they parent? Or who you feel me? Like who you feel me?
Yeah,
That reflect, you feel me? You. So why wouldn't you want to see your people doing good? And I
exactly.
gotta be telling my daughter that shit. I'm like, baby, you always want to talk about Jordan. You making Jordan famous. Then they don't give a fuck about you. You gonna still be a knowledge with or without the shoes, queen. You gotta be you, true to you. Fuck the
Yeah,
material things.
and that's
But
the thing too, bro. That we was when we was younger, we was the same way. So you know what I'm saying? Like when we'll see the kids with the newer Jordans every week, but these
yeah, we
mugs
was.
ain't. You know what I'm saying? If you go to their house and look at how they living, man, you wouldn't trade them Jordans for nothing, man. Compared to how we was growing up, just having our mama and nobody else in the house, when we still had great shoes and great clothes and stuff,
But
we
what
just
we
didn't
more
have them.
like that? But what we more like that because we didn't have the resources and the knowledge to understand that this shit don't mean nothing. Like a lot of this shit just be high
Exactly.
school and middle school shit, bro.
Exactly. And it's like I said, if you go to them kids' house, you will see why they got Jordans every day. I mean, every other week. If you will see that they living in these not so clean homes and not so like how we lived in some decent houses. It wasn't nothing. I ain't no shit. We said we had no damn roaches and all that in our house. Our parents took care. Our moms,
Go ahead, bro. You
our
good? That
moms
was
made it that we wasn't. Oh, okay, okay.
no,
Tell
you
me
good.
what's
You
up.
good.
Are you good? Yeah. I was just saying, man, we was living in houses that was decent. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't able. She wasn't. They wasn't able to go get us no Jordans every week. We got our shoes what beginning of the year, and we got them in Christmas time for the second semester. It wasn't no you going to get no shoes every week, and it probably took you getting older to realize why. And you know what I'm saying? But man,
Oh,
I wouldn't
my
have had
kid,
it no other way. You know what I'm saying?
but you like, bro, like my kids don't even understand, dog. Like I be going in my daughter like room and be like, bro, she got just a collection of Jordans. I'm like, you don't even understand how spoiled you is and how blessed you are, 'cause- and you got other brothers and other brother, you got other siblings. So for you to have all these Jordans and
Yeah.
have other siblings, you don't understand. You just don't get it. Like, but I don't expect you to it because you're a child, so you don't have the
Yeah.
responsibilities that I have. So you was like, I don't expect you to get it. I wish you did, but I know you don't get it. So that's real shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, but if we teach our kids that
But
shit
if you
don't
able to
matter,
do it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
yeah, like with Avon, like my oldest son, he's not into that shit. Like he don't. I don't even think he ever got a pair of Jordan because he don't care, and I love that shit, bro. Like I love taking him shopping. Him, I take shopping
Yeah.
every day, every week. I could take Stephon second, and then Nala, I just don't want to take it off,
Yeah.
like at all. So, but nah, bro, like
And that's good though, man.
let me get on it because you wanted to talk about this shit. Because the Super Bowl, I'm about to come on, so I ain't gonna keep you too long. So, well, let's get on this top 10. Where you want to go with this, bro? Because this shit might get personal, and I know how you are with this shit. So let's go.
So we doing top 10 artists or top 10 albums? That's what I want to know.
What you want to? Damn, I don't even know if I could do an album because I ain't gonna lie. I don't even remember the last time I really listened to a whole goddamn album. But you already know my favorite,
Yeah.
so it don't even matter. We do album.
We could do artists. Mine might switch up about 2 or 3 times. I ain't gonna lie to you.
All right, so what you want to start from the bottom or the top? Pause, all the way. Pause. God damn, pause. Hell, shit,
That was
fuck,
crazy,
help
B.
me.
Oh, B.
Rephrase. Where you want? You want to start top 10 or the top one? Cause goddamn, that was wild.
Man, yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. My camera was.
Why I hate y'all niggas, bro? Y'all niggas, I hate y'all, bro. Whatever,
I
man. How
gotta
you
do.
want to?
No, I gotta look up the killer cam. Hey, we can do top 10 though, bro. Go from the top.
So who your top? Who your number one?
Jermaine Cole, my number one, followed by his mentor Jay-Z, followed by I might put Ye right there at 3.
Who? Kanye?
Ye, yeah.
How do you
Uh,
put Kanye so far up and he don't write his own shit, bro? Like I don't get that. I'm not taking him
uh
out of your top. I'm just asking.
when Ye was writing, bro, them first 3-4 albums, bro, it's not too many people that can compare their first 3-4 albums to Kanye, bro, and that's why he up that high.
I'm gonna give you with Kanye. I'm gonna give you this with Kanye. If you give Kanye the artist, as far as like him being in there, like as far as an artist, I give it to you because he produced like a motherfucker. He got
Uh-huh.
down. He can like he's crazy with how he puts together his songs. Like he know how to put together a complete song. People don't understand. Like everybody can't make a fucking real good complete song. He breaks that. He makes
Yeah,
it good, and he uses different voices. Like the difference, you can hear different like drums. You can hear the instruments, and he uses like on all of the lights. If you go listen to that shit in the background, yo, that shit in the background where he got Rihanna and he got a whole bunch of other people in the background singing, bro. That shit crazy.
all that, yeah, and that's most of his songs.
Go ahead, bro. I hear you. Hold on, I can't hear you now. Hold up. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Fuck. I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Shit. Can can you hear me?